Well, huge news to share with you guys today regarding Infowars' Alex Jones. As many of you know, the global elitists have been trying to take him down for quite some time. And while he has now been forced to file bankruptcy and give up all of his businesses, he is still standing strong. And I've got one heck of a report to share with you. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, Infowars' Alex Jones was one of my inspirations growing up as a child. I saw what he did, and it really kind of led me on my curious path. So much credit to Alex Jones regarding that. If he didn't say the things he did when I was a child, then I probably wouldn't be here today. So lots going on. I want to start first with, I'm really excited tonight by the Mike Tyson fight with Jake Paul. I'm obviously going for Tyson, and I really hope everything is okay. I'm kind of a little worried about Tyson, seeing that there's a 30-year difference, but I'm excited to see that tonight. But with that, I want to start first with what's going on regarding Alex Jones and the entire network. For starters, we just heard the other day, literally yesterday, it came out that The Onion bought Alex Jones, but it's what happened just before The Onion bought it and what happened after they reportedly bought it that is interesting. But before I get into that, just a quick break from my sponsor. Now, we have been told our entire lives that wrinkle creams are the way to look younger. But now one doctor says that that's nothing but old news. According to Dr. John Lake, the world-renowned Beverly Hills beauty expert, most wrinkle fixes on the market are nothing but glorified moisturizers. Well, recently, Dr. Lake has focused his attention away from mainstream cosmetic practices. Why? Well, so that he can focus directly on anti-aging revolutionary breakthroughs. Now, his clients have dubbed this do-it-yourself technique the age rewinder method because it can take years and even decades off of your appearance in 2 minutes time. In light of this amazing breakthrough, Dr. Lake has released a step-by-step video to the public where he outlines exactly how to use simple solutions from home. Now, if you want to check it out, all you have to do is go to bhmd1.com/haven. That's bhmd1.com/haven to watch that video. And if you want more information, you can click in the description box below. There's a link down there. Or if you're on your cell phone, click that more button to get more information, but you're not going to want to miss it out, as this product has been life-changing for me personally. All right, back to the broadcast. So let's start first with what happened just before The Onion supposedly bought Alex Jones, which, by the way, I reported on Restricted Republic, but lots of updates to that as of now. But here it is. This is on the NPR, and this was published 2 days ago, November 13th. Jump ball for Alex Jones media empire as it hits the auction block today. The article goes on to state that live bidding is happening behind closed doors for everything from Jones's desk microphones, an online vitamin supplement store, to his extensive in-office fitness equipment and even his armored truck. The proceeds will go to pay Sandy Hook families who won defamation cases against Jones after he spread false conspiracy theories that the 2012 school shooting never happened. Jones owes the families some $1.5 billion in damages for the pain and suffering they endured after some of his followers harassed and threatened them for years. At best, the family's expected to collect just a tiny slice of that amount. And then it goes on to drop this information, right? Whoever wins the auction might not necessarily be the highest bidder. The U.S. trustee has broad discretion to determine the highest or otherwise best bids or bids, emphasis added, according to the auction firms Transon Asset Advisors and 360 Asset Advisors. In other words, an auction is, well, let me put it this way. An auction is supposed to go to a highest bidder. Everybody knows that. But in this particular case, unlike every other auction, it doesn't necessarily have to be the highest bidder. The problem is they threw all these new, according to Alex Jones and the sources that I'm reading, they threw all these new twists and turns in at the last minute because it was reportedly supposed to be a public auction and whoever got the highest bid won. Apparently, that may not have been what has happened. So then we get this the very next day after the 13th, and I ran with this story on Restricted Republic the other day, gave my kind of input on that. The Onion wins Alex Jones Infowars in bankruptcy option. Now, none of the details were shared on this about how exactly they won because it was done in secret, which is really unthinkable. And then I even went to the Onion website because, you know, we all know the Onion. If you don't know the Onion, it is 100% a satirical website. It's a fake website that puts out stories very similar to the Babylon Bee. The biggest difference is the Babylon Bee is more conservative satire. This is more, which we like, Babylon Bee, and the Onion is a radical left satire site owned by radical leftists, right? So what was the motive for them to buy this? And he actually put it on his Onion website. And here it is. And this was written on the Onion. Here's why I decided to buy Infowars. Now, this next passage I want to show you shows the disdain in this guy's heart about how he feels about Alex Jones Infowars. And he says, founded in 1999 on the heels of the Satanic Panic and growing steadily ever since, Infowars has distinguished itself as an invaluable tool for brainwashing and controlling the masses. With a shrewd mix of delusional paranoia and dubious anti-aging nutrition hacks, they strive to make life both scarier and longer for everyone. A commendable goal. They are a true unicorn capable of simultaneously inspiring public support for billionaires and stroking outrage at an inept federal state that can assassinate JFK but can't even put a man on the moon. Through it all, Infowars has shown an unswavering commitment to manufacturing anger and radicalizing the most vulnerable members on society. Wow. What hate and disdain. Then he gets in. And so all he's saying is, I hate the man. He's a bad guy. He's a radical and the whole 9 yards. But he goes on to say, like, what he's going to do with the network. He said, make no mistake, this is a coup for our company and a well-deserved victory for multinational elites the world over. What's next for Infowars remains a live issue. The excess funds initially allocated for the purchases will be reinvested into the philanthropic efforts that include business, school scholarships for promising cult leaders, a charity that donates elections to at-risk third world dictators, and a new pro bono program pairing orphans with stable factory jobs at no cost to the factory. And as for the supplements, we're halting their sale immediately. In other words, they just planned on completely scrapping it all together, right? In other words, the intent from the very beginning, which I said here on my channel, wasn't really so much about what had happened. It was about getting Alex Jones off the network. Now, according to Alex Jones, they even tried to buy his name. They didn't get away with that. Then, literally hours after that was released, Alex Jones came out and he himself put this out. And this came after I'd already done the report on Restricted, but it says, Infowars was not sold to the Onion. I am breaking the news now. Please watch and share the link below. So what happened? What really happened, and was it or was it not sold to the Onion? Well, as it turns out, there's a big controversy, right? And it has to do with the fact that the auction wasn't really done correctly, according to reports that we're hearing. And this is on the Breitbart News. The Onion buys Infowars at auction. Alex Jones claims higher bid was rejected, which according to the article I showed you a minute ago on NPR, it says that that was an option. But the article goes on to state the sale price was not disclosed when the families confirmed the deal on Thursday. In a video posted to his ex-Twitter account, Jones claimed the Onion bid was actually not the highest price offered for the company and said the sale to the left-wing satire site was an injustice. He further details the folks I was working with that put in real auction bids were just denied the process, Jones said. They did everything right, and then no, sorry, the lower bid gets it? Something weird is going on here. And then bang, this happens and comes out right after that. And this is on dailymail.co.uk. Judge halts Infowars sale to the Onion in shock move as Alex Jones blast bankruptcy crime disguised as an auction to repay the Sandy Hook victims. Look, if it was really all about the money there for these victims, then they would have went with the higher bid. Now, that is all still being looked at and what's going on with court, but obviously we now have a judge really interested in it. But here's what's happening from there. It goes on to state, a Texas judge pressed the pause button on the Onion's winning bid for Alex Jones's Infowars network over questions about the bidding process and what the provocateur calls a rigged fake auction. The satirical news publication said the bid was sanctioned by the families of Sandy Hook Elementary victims who won a $1.4 billion defamation lawsuit against Jones in 2020. But Judge Christopher M. Lopez announced during a status conference in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of Texas that the meeting would be held to discuss whether the people running the auction ran a fair and full process. And that is the question we absolutely need to find out, because if it wasn't fair, then what the hell is going on, right? But it goes on to state what Alex Jones said right after that. And here's what Alex Jones posted in a video later that evening. He said, "My lawyers had a total consensus. They've never seen anything like this. This was a private secret sale. Basically illegal. This is bankruptcy crime on its face, disguised as an auction that wasn't an auction. The people didn't even pay real money. They pay some weird fiat thing that wasn't agreed to by the judge's order, and then they had the corporate media say that the Onion bought Infowars." In other words, all the mainstream media sites started running with this immediate Onion thing, probably in attempt to discredit Alex Jones even more, but it's really blowing up in their face. In fact, this young man, trustee, one of the trustees came out, trustee Christopher Murray, admitted that the process seemed unorthodox, but it went along with what the victims' families wanted. And he quotes, the Christopher Murray says, "I've never seen this before in any other case, and we did a lot of research, and we've never found it. But I've always thought my goal was to maximize the recovery for unsecured creditors, and under one bid, they're clearly better than they were under the other." Uh-oh, something shady going on there. And you know what? It has. These globalist elitists have been trying to shut down Donald Trump, Alex Jones, Elon Musk, the Mark Dices, the Dan Bonginos, the Lisa Havens of the world. They've been trying to do it for a very long time, and they've succeeded at a level with all the censorship that they've had. But I believe they're starting to lose the war again with Trump in office. And Alex Jones even is now got his new network. You can now find him at Alex Jones Network. That's his new site. He's still on X, by the way. After some controversy there, he's still on there, thank God. But he's got a new network, and I think his voice is going to be louder than ever before with all of the things that these elitist, globalist Democrats have thrown at him, just like with Donald Trump. Right? They tried to destroy him. They had assassination attempts happen on his life, and he came out victorious and even bigger. And I think that that's exactly what's going to happen with Alex Jones too. And more power to him. You know, I believe he has, exposed a lot of stuff that has happened. Some of it came to fruition, some of it not to fruition, as with many things, but he has done a lot of things for society and exposed a lot of things long before they happened. So keep them in prayer, by the way, as well. I just think it's interesting. The Onion and the real motive behind it obviously had nothing to do with anything other than trying to get him off of air. That's my opinion in that aspect. Anyhow, wanted to bring you all of this. Obviously, it's still kind of waiting on the judge. We're waiting to hear more information. You've got information coming out from Alex Jones from these news sources. So I'll keep you up to date. Anyhow, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.